Welcome friends to the Mathematics Made Manageable Mathematics video tutorial series prepared by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Mathematics, KVS Z Mumbai. Reference material in all chapters of class 12 Mathematics is available easily to all the students. The students are not able to gather necessary help from this material as students need detailed explanation of the solution steps, recollection of concepts required for the solution at required places, tips to do problems with slight changes, tips to reduce errors. The above needs of the students is taken care of at this tutorial series. Important concepts and solutions to NCERT textbook questions in each chapter is prepared using PowerPoint presentation and the same is converted into video. The concept and solutions are supported by necessary narrations. The tutorial is only a supplementary material to students and it cannot replace the classroom teaching by an experienced teacher. Okay, the PowerPoint presentations with the solutions can be downloaded from the link given at the bottom of this video. The link to the PPT and also link to the PPT with the narration is given at the bottom of the video which you are watching. Welcome back friends. We are going for Mathematics video tutorial series chapter 4 determinants, where we'll be seeing the topic adjoint and inverse of a matrix. In this chapter we will define what is the adjoint, and making use of that adjoint we will see its properties, and then how this adjoint of a matrix is useful in finding the inverse of a matrix. Please recollect, the inverse of a matrix you have already learned in the previous chapters, and you have found the inverse of a matrix by making use of elementary row or column transformations. In this chapter we are going to find the inverse by another easy method, that is making use of adjoint of a matrix. But before you learn this chapter, you should have studied the previous exercises also, because for learning adjoint you need what is the meaning of a cofactor of a matrix. Please go to the previous exercise and then check out whether you have learned what do you mean by the cofactors of the elements of a matrix. Let us start with the adjoint of. The adjoint of a square matrix is defined as the transpose of the matrix where Aij is the cofactor of the elements. Therefore, adjoint can be only for a square matrix. That is idea number 1. It is the transpose. You know what is the meaning of transpose? Replacing the rows and columns, interchanging the rows and columns. And it is obtained from the cofactor matrix. Recollect how you have found the cofactors of every element by finding the minor and fixing a sign to it. Please recollect it. Then only it is very easy for you to study this chapter. Remember, this chapter is very important because after finding the inverse, we are going for its application in the next chapter, which may come for 6 mark question in CBSE. The adjoint of a matrix is normally determined by ADJ A. ADJ is for adjoint. Therefore, adjoint is the transpose of the cofactor matrix. Therefore, when a matrix is given, step number 1, we have to find the minors of all the elements. We have to fix the sign to the minors of all the elements where we will get the cofactors. We have to transpose the cofactor matrix. Is it okay now? Okay. Let us try to learn the adjoint of matrices. Let us start with a 2 cross 2 matrix. For a 2 cross 2 matrix, it is very easy to find the adjoint without finding the cofactors separately, then doing the transpose of it. Done by this, interchange A11 and A22 and change the sign of the remaining A12 and A21. You can express it like this. The major diagonal element A11, A22, they should be interchanged, and the sign of the other diagonal element, that is A12 and A21 other element, that sign is to be simply changed. You got the idea now? Okay, can you guess what will be the adjoint of this? 1 and minus 2 are to be interchanged, and 3 and 4, their sign are to be changed. Therefore, you will get the adjoint A like this. 1 and minus 2 interchanged, 3 and 4, the sign are changed. Okay. Let us go to a 3 cross 3 matrix. Here, the adjoint will be the transpose of the cofactor of the respective elements. You know that how to get the transpose. First row will become the first column, second row will become the second column, third row will become the third column. Let us see some results on adjoint of a matrix. If A is a square matrix of order n, then A multiplied by adjoint A, because both are square matrices, adjoint A into A, once again they are square matrices, will be determinant A into I. Highly interesting result. From this result only, some derivations were made to get the inverse of a matrix. Singular and non-singular matrix definition. A square matrix is said to be singular if its determinant value is 0. For what will become it is non-singular? If its determinant value is non-zero. Remember, singular means matrix determinant value is 0. Non-singular means the determinant value is non-zero. If A and B are non-singular of the same order, then AB and B are also non-singular of the same order. It is a famous result. You remember this result. If A and B are non-singular, then AB and B are also non-singular. Another result, the determinant of the product of two matrices is same as product of the respective determinants. Therefore, determinant AB is same as determinant A into determinant B. These are all some results which will be useful in doing problems. Let us go for the inverse of a matrix. Already we have seen this. The inverse of a matrix is defined as, if B is the inverse of a matrix, then AB is equal to BA, which is equal to identity. We have checked this result and we have found the inverse using the elementary row operations or column operations. Now we are telling that a square matrix is invertible only if it is non-singular. Recollect, singular, non-singular matrices. If it is singular, determinant A is 0. For non-singular, determinant A is non-zero. Let us take one matrix now. 1, 3, 4, minus 2. What is determinant A now? It is minus 14. Well, it is non-zero. Therefore, it is non-singular. Therefore, it is invertible. There is a inverse for this matrix. Let us go for B. Minus 1, 3, 2, minus 6. Let us find the determinant value. Good. It is 6 minus 6, which is 0. Therefore, determinant B is 0. Therefore, B is singular and hence it is not invertible. But this may be asked in the exam to check whether a given matrix is invertible or not. Before finding the inverse, we will be checking whether it is possible for us to get the inverse or not. The same idea you did it in chapter number 1 to get the inverse of a function, where you checked whether it is 1, 1 or on 2. If it is neither 1, 1 nor on 2, we declare that it has no inverse. Similarly, when a given matrix, we will take it, we will find its determinant value. If it is 0, we declare that it's not invertible. If it is non-zero, then we will tell that it is invertible. If A is a square matrix and it is non-singular, then it is invertible, and the inverse is given by this formula. A inverse equal 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. That is why I told you that how this adjoint A is helpful for finding the inverse. A inverse is 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. Is it okay? Remember this formula. Now you can, from this formula itself, you can tell that, sir, determinant A cannot be 0 for inverse to exist. If determinant A is 0, 1 upon 0, we can't find it. Therefore, For determinant A non-zero only, this formula can be applied. Let us go for problems now. Find the adjoint of the matrix. Very simple. You can do directly also, but I am doing it by finding the cofactors. These are the cofactors. This is the cofactor matrix. Adjoint is the transpose of the cofactor matrix. And you know that directly you can write also by interchanging 4 and 1 and by changing the sign of 2 and 3. Allowed? Now here we can do directly. The adjoint of the matrix is 3 cross 3. We have to find its cofactors. Let us find the cofactors. A11, it is a plus sign obtained by removing the first row and the first column. The answer is 3. A12, minus sign obtained by removing the first row and the second column. A2 cross 2 and then expanding it. A13, positive sign, removing the first row and the third column by getting the 2 cross 2 determinant. A21, minus sign multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row and first column. A22, 2 cross 2 plus sign, 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row and second column. A23, minus sign, 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row and third column. A31, plus multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row and first column. A32, minus multiplied by 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row and second column. A33, plus sign, 2 cross 2 determinant multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row and the third column. Very simple. In the exam also, please do it like this only, so that you will not do any mistakes in any of the entries. I have taken the entries now. I have just arranged it in that order of first row elements, second row element and the third row elements. Now Aij is nothing but a matrix obtained by replacing the element by its cofactors. And what is the adjoint now? It is nothing but the transpose of it. I have transposed it. First row has become the first column, second row has become the second column, third row has become the third column. Now, the next question we have to verify. This is a famous result. A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant A into identity matrix. Okay, for this we have to find adjoint, we have to find determinant, and we have to multiply and check whether all the three leads to the same kind of matrix. A is given. I am finding the cofactors. This is a cofactor transpose and you got it. And you have the liberty to do it directly by replacing, by interchanging the elements of the major diagonal and by changing the sign of the elements in the other diagonal. Got it? Determinant A is 0. No need to worry because you have been not asked to find the inverse. Don't worry. Okay, A into adjoint A I am finding. Simple. It is a 0 matrix. First row applied with the first column, first row applied with the first column. You know, please recollect the product of two matrices which was there in the operation of matrices chapter. Once again, adjoint A into A, normal multiplication of 2 cross 2 with 2 cross 2, and again you got it as a 0 matrix. Remember, these two matrices should be equal. That is actually the first two elements in the given equation. Well, this I have got it now. I have to find the determinant A into I, 0 into a identity matrix. Once again 0. Therefore, you got everywhere a 0 matrix. Therefore, A into adjoint A is same as adjoint into A is equal to determinant A into I. Remember, this will be a famous result for any square matrix, any 2 cross 2, any 3. Go to question number 4. Here we have to verify the same thing but with a 3 cross 3 matrix. Well, I have given the matrix now. Let me find the cofactors. A11 plus sign obtained by removing the first row and the first column. A12 minus sign 2 multiplied by 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row second column. A13 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row third column. A21 minus sign multiplied by 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row first column. A22 plus sign obtained by removing 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing second row second column. A23 once again minus sign multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row third column. A31 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row first column. A32 minus sign multiplied by 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row second column. A33 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing third row third column. Please do it like this only so that you will not do any mistake in any of the entries. I got the answer now. Here I have written them in an order, first row, second row and third row elements. For I am able to write Aij now, which are the elements, the cofactors of the respective elements. Adjoint A is nothing but the transpose of this. I got it. Okay, now A I got. Let me find the determinant A. Now you know that determinant A can be obtained by 6 ways. That is an element obtained by its sum of the product of the elements in a row or column multiplied by its corresponding cofactors. Let me take the elements of the first row and then multiply it with respect to its cofactors, because there are 2 zeros are there. For very simple now, I got it now. 1 into 0 minus 1 into minus 11 and 2 into 0. For I got determinant A is equal to 11. Okay, let me keep it ready. Now, these 3 quantities are given to you. Now you have to check that equation now. First, A into adjoint A. It should be multiplied. 3 cross 3 multiplied with 3 cross 3. Be careful. To get the first element, first row operated with first column. To get the second element in the first row operated with the second column, and so on. You know it. Have more practice on this product, because we will be doing it quite often while you are doing any problems. For A into adjoint A, you got it. Similarly, I am finding adjoint A into A. The same way, 3 cross 3 into 3 cross 3, you know that how the elements are to be multiplied and added. Now you got it. But remember, the element which you are getting, it should have a kind of thing, because it should be on the right hand side, it is determinant A into I. Therefore, whatever you are multiplying, you should get a matrix where it should contain only diagonal elements, other elements should be 0. Therefore, determinant A into I is 11 into something. Therefore, 11 0 0 0 11 0 0 0 11. Now you compare these 3 entries, A into adjoint A into A, and then determinant A into I, all are equal. So you have checked it. Okay, now we are going for, after this adjoint, we are going for the inverse. You know what is the formula for inverse. It is 1 by determinant A into adjoint. But remember, we will find the inverse only if it exists. How to check it? First, to find the determinant value A. If it is 0, don't move further. You write it as no inverse. If it is non-zero, move further. A is given. A inverse is there. I will find determinant A. 2 minus 2, 4, 3. It is 6 plus 8, which is 14. Therefore, it is non-zero. Therefore, I am having inverse. Let me find the adjoint. And adjoint, I think I told you that you can do it directly also by simply interchanging the 2 and 3 and then change the sign of minus 2 and 4. Now the inverse is 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. It is 1 by 14 multiplied by this matrix. No need to bring that 14 inside. You can leave the answer as it is. Let us move on to the next problem. Find the inverse of a 2 cross 2 matrix. Minus 1, 5, minus 3, 2. Let us try to find the determinant value now. It is minus 2 plus 15. It is 13. Therefore, inverse exists. Let us try to find the cofactors and the adjoint. And you can find the adjoint directly also by interchanging the 2 and minus 1 and then change the sign of 5 and minus 3. You got the adjoint now. You can write the inverse now. A inverse is 1 by determinant A into adjoint A, or 1 upon 13 multiplied by this adjoint matrix. Very simple. The inverse of a 2 cross 2 will be very simple. Okay. Number 7. Find the inverse of the matrix if it exists. We have been given A, and you know what is determinant A now. It is 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 5. Let us first find determinant value of this, because we have to check whether it exists. And expansion of the determinant clues, already you have it. If you expand it with respect to the first column, it is easy for you. Expand along C1. Simply 1 multiply by and 0, 0, no need to worry about it. Therefore, the answer is 10. Now you know the formula for A inverse now. Now A11 obtained positive, obtained by removing the first row and the first column 10. A12 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row second column. A13 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row third column. A21 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row first column. A22 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row second column. A23 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row third column. A31 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row first column. A32 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row second column. A33 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row third column. Please do like this only, so that there won't be any mistake either in the sign or in your calculations. I have arranged it in row wise. This is the cofactor matrix. Adjoint is the transpose of the cofactor matrix. Therefore, you got the adjoint now. A inverse is 1 by determinant A multiplied by adjoint. You can remove this 10 inside, or you can leave it as it is. This is the final answer. Sometimes in the exam, you may be asked to check the result. If you check A inverse, you will get it as identity. Again, problem number 8. Find the inverse of a 3 cross 3 if exists. A is given. Determinant A I have written. Let me find the value of the determinant A to check whether there is inverse for it. And you have seen that the first row contains 2 zeros. Let us expand with respect to the first row. Therefore, determinant A is 1 multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinant. No need to worry about the remaining 2 zeros. Therefore, 0 into will have no meaning. Both answer is minus 3. A11, I am going on finding the cofactors, plus sign up 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row first column. A12 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row second column. A13 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row, third column. A21 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row, first column. A22 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row, second column. A23 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row, third column. A31 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row, first column. A32 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row, second column. A33 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row, third column. Do it very carefully. The 2 cross 2 determinant which you are getting is very important, plus the sign also is very important for a cofactor. These are the cofactors arranged in order, row wise. Therefore, I have written the cofactor matrix, and adjoint is nothing but its transpose. Now, you are ready to write the A inverse 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. It is 1 upon minus 3 multiplied by this. Now you can bring the minus sign inside and you can write also, otherwise you can leave it as it is. Question number 9. Find the inverse of 3 cross 3 matrix 2 1 3 4 minus 1 0 minus 7 2 1. Determinant A is determinant of 2 1 3 4 minus 1 0 minus 7 2 1. We will find the determinant value now. Expand it along R1, 2 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by plus 3 multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinants obtained by removing the row in which the element lies and the column in which the element lies. And the calculations are very simple. The final answer you are getting it as minus 3. For we got the determinant value now, which is non-zero. Therefore, inverse exists. Therefore, go for the cofactors now. A11 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row, first column. A12 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing first row, second column. A13 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row, third column. A21 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row and the first column. A22 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing second row, second column. A23 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing second row, third column. A31 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row, first column. A32 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing third row, second column. A33 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing third row and the third column. Please do it very carefully. This removal of the rows and column and getting the 2 cross 2 determinant and then evaluating it. You should not do any mistake in that, because sign is also important. The elements which you are getting, they are also very important to evaluate the cofactors. We got the cofactors now. This is the cofactor matrix. I am finding its transpose to get the adjoint. Now adjoint will be useful in getting the inverse. This is the inverse. 1 upon minus 3 multiply by that. You can bring that minus sign inside or you can leave it as it is. Question number 10. Find the inverse of if exist. 3 cross 3 matrix. Again, A is given, determinant A is written, and we have to find the value of determinant A to check whether inverse exists. As the first column has 1 0, we will expand it with respect to that. 1 multiplied by a 2 cross 2 plus 3 multiplied by that 0 multiplied by no need to write. Normal calculations, and you got the final answer as -1. Determinant A is -1. Let us move on to get the cofactor matrix and find the adjoint. A11 plus sign obtained by removing first row first column. A12 minus sign 2 cross 2 obtained by removing the first row second column. A13 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row third column. A21 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row first column. A22 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row second column. A23 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row third column. A31 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row first column. A32 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row second column. A33 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the third row third column. Do it in a logical way. Do it for first row, second row, third row, so that it will not be a problem for you in removing the rows and columns and getting these determinants in the evaluation of the cofactors. Okay, the cofactors are displayed here. Therefore, this is the cofactor matrix obtained. Adjoint is nothing but the transpose of this cofactor matrix. I have transposed it by writing the first row as first column, second row as second column, and third row as third column. A inverse is very simple now. It is A inverse of minus of 1 by -1 is minus of that adjoint matrix. Now you can bring the minus sign inside and then write the answer also. Well, this is the answer. Now remember, once again I repeat, sometimes this question can be asked or can be little bit extended to check A inverse is equal to identity. After finding it, when you multiply, you will get the identity. Remember, if you don't get, then definitely there is some problem in finding the cofactors. That is why when you write the cofactors with a 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2 everywhere, you can check out where the mistake you have done. For don't try to write the cofactors by a direct calculation without writing the 2 cross 2 determinant. Highly special question. Here there is a matrix where the elements are trigonometric functions. Let us take A. Let us find the determinant A, because A inverse is 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. As R1 is having so many zeros, we can expand with respect to R1. Some of you can expand with respect to C1 also. Both are same. Okay, therefore 1 multiplied by only a 2 cross 2 determinant, because 0 into no need to write. Therefore 1 into minus cos square minus sin square, you can take minus sign outside. So the answer is -1, because cos square plus sin square is 1. So you got as -1, non-zero, it will have an inverse. Try to find the cofactors. A11 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row first column. A12 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row second column. A13 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the first row third column. A21 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row elements and the first column elements. A22 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the second row and the second column elements. A23 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant by removing the elements of the second row and the third column. A31 plus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the elements of third row and first column. A32 minus sign 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the elements of third row second column. A33 plus sign 2 multiplied by a 2 cross 2 determinant obtained by removing the elements of third row and third column. Here actually we are virtually removing and then getting the 2 cross 2 determinant. Elements are displayed over here. Therefore, this is the cofactor matrix. For adjoint is nothing but its transpose. I got it now. Therefore, A inverse is 1 by determinant A, which is minus 1. Now you can bring the minus sign inside and write the final answer. Question number 12. Highly interesting. Here we have to verify one famous result. AB inverse is B inverse A inverse. Very famous result in inverse. We have seen the same type of result in AB transpose is B transpose A transpose. Okay. Very simple, you have to find A inverse, B inverse and AB inverse and then check whether LHS is equal to RHS. I am getting A now. Determinant A is 1. I am finding the cofactors and I am finding its cofactor matrix and then finding its transpose. All of you know that how to get this adjoint directly also by interchanging 3 and 5 and by changing the sign of 7 and 2. Well, we will do it for B now. Determinant B is minus 2. I am finding the cofactors, cofactor matrix, and therefore B inverse is minus 1 upon 2 and a matrix obtained as the adjoint. This we have found A inverse and B inverse now. Okay. Let's A, B and then we will find what is AB. Normal product of two matrices, 2 cross 2 and 2 cross 2. You already seen how these operations are done. First column first row element operated with first column, first row operated with the second column will give you the first row elements. You know how to do it. But determinant of AB I have found it is minus 2. Therefore, I am finding its cofactors. You can do directly also by interchanging 61 and 67 by changing the sign of 87 and 47. Therefore, minus 1 by 2 multiplied by the matrix will give you the inverse of AB. I have written AB inverse over in the next slide. B inverse also I know I have found. A inverse also I have found. Now left hand side is ready now. Let us find the right hand side. B inverse, A inverse. The normal one minus of multiplied by. Here please don't try to bring that 2 inside and then doing the multiplication. Simply multiply these two matrices. By keeping that minus 1 by 2 outside, this 2 cross 2 and 2 cross 2 are multiplied by the normal way of doing the multiplication. For I got the answer as 61 minus 87 minus 47 and 67. Now you are comparing. Now AB inverse is B inverse A inverse. Now suppose if this question is asked for 3 cross 3. Now the question will become a little bit lengthy because you have to find the inverse of 3 matrices. A inverse, B inverse and AB to be found and you have to find the inverse. Okay. We are now moving on to the next type of questions, highly interesting. You are going to prove that a matrix satisfies a equation. These types of equations are called characteristic equations of a matrix, and by the word itself it tells the character of the matrix. Suppose what are its properties, and in our top syllabus we are going to use this equation to get the inverse of the matrix. For remember, you should be very careful in these types of question. Step number 1, you have to show that the equation is satisfied. Everybody will know how to do it. Very simple, A square to be found and put it in this equation, and right hand side automatically you will get a 0 matrix. But hence find A inverse. The meaning is this equation to be used to get A inverse. Don't try to do A inverse separately. Even though if you do it separately and your A inverse is 100% right, you will not get marks for it, because you have to find A inverse using this equation only. The speciality of this problem is they actually try to tell you that the equation is also useful for finding A inverse. You see, A inverse we have found in several methods. In one chapter we found it by making use of the elementary row transformation. Just now in this particular chapter, in this particular session, we have seen how to find it using adjoint. Now we are going to check that how to get A inverse using a special equation which is satisfied by this matrix. Now this matrix is now satisfying a quadratic equation, and remember, even if it is given as plus 7, it should be taken as 7i only, because it is a matrix equation. All the elements in the left hand side and right hand side should be matrices. Let us go for it. Very simple. A is given. I am finding A square. Normal product 8 5 minus 5 3. Check out whether that how to do it. Please recollect. You can see that this product we are doing everywhere. We should have a kind of command over doing matrix operations. I am doing A square minus 5a plus 7i. Very simple. All the elements are to be added. Corresponding elements are to be added. I got like this: 8 5 minus 5 3 minus of 15 5 minus 5 10 plus 7 0 0 7. When you add it, 8 minus 15 plus 7, automatically you will get 0. No need to worry about it, but please do the calculations carefully. Now, what is our next question? We have to find A inverse from this equation only, not separately. Take this equation. Step number 1, push that 7i to the right hand side. That is that identity. Put it to the right hand side. Now you can multiply this whole equation by A inverse, because A inverse exists now, therefore we can multiply it. Therefore we are multiplying it by A inverse as determinant A is non-zero, because we have know that determinant A is non-zero. But we are multiplying by A inverse in both the side. We call it as post multiply. We are multiplying it on the right hand side. For A square into A inverse, 5a into A inverse, 7i into A inverse. We know one famous result: A inverse is I, and I into A inverse is A inverse only. Suppose the identity, when you multiply it with the any element, then any matrix, you will get back the same matrix. But we will use this result and get A inverse is I, and I into A inverse is A inverse only. Once again, we will use this method that A into I is A, where we got A minus 5a is equal to minus 7 into A inverse. Now from this, what is A inverse? Minus 1 by 7 into A minus 5a. Now, very interesting, you got a equation for A inverse in terms of A only. Highly interesting. The A inverse is now expressed in terms of A only. That is why I told you this is a equation being called characteristic equation, and it is a equation satisfied by the given matrix. Okay, where A inverse is, I think I can write it as 1 by 7 into 5a minus a. You know that what is I and what is A. You just substitute it, you will get the answer. Very simple. Now A inverse can be found when you know the characteristic equation by this method. Please note down the method. Right hand side, push that minus 7i, post multiply by A inverse, and use the result that A inverse is I, and any matrix multiply by identity is itself, and then you know what is A inverse now by pushing the constant to the other side. By substituting the known values A and I, we got the final answer. Question number 13. For the matrix A, the number A and B you have to find such that this equation is given. Okay, we have to find for what values of A and B this matrix will satisfy that equation. Okay, very simple. The same method we will do. A is given. I am finding A square by the same method. Normal product of 2 cross 2 matrices. I am taking this equation and equating it to 0. Post multiply by A inverse. A inverse is I, and I into A inverse is A inverse. I am using that property. Again, A into I is A, I am using that property. Now I am writing what is the formula for A inverse. Now A inverse is minus 1 by B into A plus A into I. Take that formula now. Now A is given, determinant A is 1, adjoint A I can find it. It is very simple. It is you know how to get the adjoint. Therefore A inverse is minus 1 by B into A plus A into I. For A inverse already we have found, but we are making use of it. Now we know that on the right hand side we can do some calculations. We are doing the calculations and we have found there are two matrices. One is in the left hand side, one is on the right hand side. Now when two matrices are equal, what happens? The corresponding equal. So this you got it now. Now compare the elements now. For minus 1 by B, when you equate it, it is equal to minus 1. For B is equal to 1. One more we will take. Minus 3 minus A by B is equal to 2. You can equate anything and you will get the answer. For B is substituted over here. For you got the answer as A as minus 4 and B as 1. Very simple problem where A inverse we have to find to eliminate that A and B. In the previous problem, the whole equation was given. We knew all the coefficients. Therefore, we were able to find A inverse. Here we are finding the A inverse and eliminating the constants. Question number 15. We have been given a cubic equation involving A. You have to find A inverse. Try for it. A is given. Find A square. Normal product. Be careful while you are doing it. First row operated with the columns, second row operated with the 3 columns, and third row operated with the 3 columns. You got A square now. A cube is A square into A. Once again you got to multiply it with. The product is shown here. Once again we are finding now A cube as A square into A. We got the product A cube as 871 minus 23, 27 minus 69, 32 minus 13 and 58. This is A cube. Now, equation now. It needs A cube, A square and A. I have written for your convenience. We are going to put it in this equation now. A cube minus 6 into A square plus 5 into A plus 11 into I, which is an identity matrix. Simple. 6 is brought inside, 5 is brought inside, 11 is brought inside. Add them now. All the corresponding elements are added up and you got 0. If you do the calculation perfectly, if the characteristic equation is the perfect equation, definitely you will get the final answer as a 0 matrix on the right hand side. Okay, let us go back to the next part of it, that is finding A inverse from this equation. The same method. The equation is given. Push that 11i to the right hand side. Post multiply with A inverse. A cube into A inverse. A square into A inverse. A inverse. I into A inverse. A inverse is I and I into A inverse is A inverse only. I am using that now. A square into I. Because A cube is A square into A inverse. Minus 6A into I. 5i. A into A inverse I and minus 11 into A inverse. Once again A is A, so you got now A square minus 6A plus 5i is equal to minus 11 into A inverse. Therefore A inverse is minus 1 by 11 into that expression A square minus 6A plus 5i. Very simple now. You know A square, you know A, you know I. Put it and then you will get A inverse. Now A inverse is expressed in terms of A square, A and I from the characteristic equation. Got it now? We are putting now minus 1 by 11 A square minus 6A plus 5i. We are bringing 6 inside and 5 in, minus 6 inside and 5 inside. Then adding them. You got the final answer as minus 1 by 11, and this minus can be brought inside to get the final answer. Once again, the same type of problem where cubic characteristic equation is given. Very quickly you can do. A is given, a square is found. Very simple. A multiplied with a square. A cube is a square into a. Once again a is multiplied. Now you got a cube over here. Product is to be done very carefully so that you got a cube. Back to this equation now. A cube minus 6a square plus 9a minus 4i. A square minus 6 into a square plus 9 into that minus 4 into an identity matrix. Minus 6 is brought inside, 9 is brought inside, and 4 is brought inside. Now they are added up, and finally you got a. This is a matrix given now. What you have to do? Push that 4i to the right hand side. Post multiply by A inverse. Use the property that A inverse is I and IA inverse is A inverse. Once again use the property that AA is equal to A. You got this expression. Now A inverse is expressed in terms of A square, A and I. Take this. Put A square value, A and I there. Bring minus 6 inside, 9 inside. Add the corresponding terms. You got A inverse now. Very simple. But how beautifully we got it from the characteristic equation A inverse. Question number 17. Let A be a non-singular matrix of order 3 cross 3. Then the determinant value of adjoint A. I think we have not thought about it. We know that what is adjoint A, how to get it, but we never thought about what can be its determinant value and how it is get connected with determinant A. Highly interesting. Okay. We know the formula. Adjoint A into A is determinant A into I. Therefore, adjoint A is determinant A is brought inside that identity matrix. Therefore, the determinant of adjoint A into A is now the determinant of the right hand side. Now in a determinant, what you can do, you can take a common term from every row or every column. For I am taking determinant A from the first row, second row and the third row, I will get determinant A cube. Now I am cancelling determinant A in both sides. Then I will get determinant of adjoint A is nothing but determinant A square. Highly interesting. We started with adjoint A into A formula. From there we have found the determinant of both of them. We used one property of determinant that from every row or every column you can take a common term outside. Therefore, the answer B is the correct option for this question. Determinant A square. Question number 18. If A is an invertible matrix of order 2, then determinant of A inverse. We never thought about it now. A inverse we know. A we know. From determinant of A only, A inverse is defined. Let us see what is it. A inverse exists. Let us assume for A inverse is 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. As the matrix of order 2, let take this matrix as A, B, C, D. Then what is determinant A now? AD minus BC. You know what is adjoint A? Obtained by replacing A and D and then changing the sign of B and C. Now let us see what is A inverse. It is 1 by A into adjoint A. Okay. But now bring that adjoint A is known to you. Bring the determinant A inside. For D upon determinant A, minus B upon determinant A, minus C upon determinant A, and A upon determinant A. Now let us find the determinant of this A inverse. for determinant of the whole thing. Now you know that now determinant A can be taken outside from the first row. Determinant A, that is 1 upon determinant A, can be taken outside from the first row, and it can be taken from the second row also. But it will come out as determinant A the whole square, which is left out D minus B minus C A. Okay. What is it? It is 1 by A square into AD minus BC. What is that AD minus BC? It is nothing but determinant A. Therefore, the final answer is cancelling 1 by determinant A is the final answer. Very interesting. Determinant of A inverse, what is it? It will be 1 upon determinant A. Determinant of A inverse is 1 upon its determinant. Therefore, B is the final answer.